Good evening, Cape Town. Good evening, Africa. Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim viewers and followers. It's Africa Day as well, man. I'm your host again, Sinde Winnie Lemon Squeezy. Follow my page. I am Sinetemba Makonco. I'm not alone. I'm with LFA referee, SAB, APC, and MTC referee. Honorable Kokwake. Mr. Ngwesizwe Tiyo, welcome to put.
Sabulela but.
Put please, man. There's something I want to know first. Why did you choose refereeing? Why? I mean, there's so many careers that you can be a footballer, but you chose refereeing, and it's very rare for someone who's coming out from a township.
When I put in a refereeing, I choose. It's quite a long story, but as a LFA player in Andlala, and that's all one figure in the stadium. For games too. If you come early, I would have that spare time before our actual game. So there will be junior games playing before the senior games. So I decided one game I will go and assist with officiating, whether it's refereeing or linesman. I did that for about 3 weeks, 3 weekends before I could actually see what there's potential for Yabon. And funny enough that the love of refereeing grew faster than the love of actually playing. And I was like, okay, wait, maybe I should give this thing a chance. And when I started doing my own research, how to become a referee, what do you need in terms of equipment and knowledge and so on. And I started watching ball differently at TV, as opposed to watching Umtu that is playing the role that I want to play, which was a goalkeeper at that time. Now I watched all referee, like what do they do and so on before and after a game, during the game. So it started there when I would go and assist to each junior levels, and I saw this is it. I need to give this thing a chance before maybe it's a highlight to you can make it clear refereeing. So I did Zoe too at the same time. That's where it started.
So, Putwam, take us through the process of becoming a referee. What
The process of being a referee is quite a tricky one, but it's quite short if you follow the book. According to the book, you need to be registered under an LFA. So in my case, which was Langa LFA, and the LFA Yako needs to send you to the SAFA regional offices for level 1 course. That's where they teach you all the basic refereeing guidelines. So you need to do your levels. It's like your requirements. So you've got 6 levels in order for you to reach the highest level, which is PSL. So your LFA needs to send you to the region so that you can do your levels, which is level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And 7, which is the highest certificate. With us, we were 4 initially when we started. So we voiced out to our LFA president, we've got an interest in this refereeing sphere. So how do we go about it? And then they said, no, we will find out more information about it because we've never had people that are players that are interested in doing a refereeing at the same time. So they did the research for us, and then it kind of went haywire in terms of there was no communication after that. So we decided to do things by ourselves. So we literally walked from Walanga to go to the regional offices, which is in Athlone, to go and find out more information, go and write tests, and get information on e-workshops and stuff like that. So that's what you do. You go and write your levels. After you write your levels, obviously level by level, the knowledge gets harder and harder and harder, and the practicalities of it so goes on with the workshops and so on. So we went to do our level 1 and 2 on the same night. We wrote level 1 and 2. We passed. After we passed, they told us that we need certain amount of hours in the football pitch. So within your level of knowledge, you need to spend a specific amount of hours in a football match, or how many matches you've done, and there'll be someone assessing you. So those are match commissioners or match assessors. They will commission your games and see which level of improvement do you need or where you're struggling and so on. So they will do a report on you, and then after doing that report, they will send it back to SAFA Cape Town, and then SAFA Cape Town will then decide, okay, this person needs to go up a level, or we need to still give him more information. So that's how it started with us. So we did our levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and level 6. Yeah.
So were you like all these 4 guys?
All of us, all 4 of us, we started. Actually, 2 of us were playing in the same team, and the love of refereeing grew up at the same time for both of us. So all 4 of us were from Kwalanga. Out of the 4, 1 had already started with the refereeing, but he was not that far. He didn't go that far. So the inclusion of the 3 of us actually pushed him as well. So we were a bunch. So it was easier for people at SAFA to listen to our case as opposed to Uhamba Uwe Dopana to go there, and because you need your LFA to represent you there. Because when you are representing the LFA, because you are under an LFA, so you don't go there as an individual, so they won't recognize you. Because when it's time to do workshops and training and levels, they state there which LFA do you belong to. That's the first thing they ask you. So if you belong to an LFA, that's when the thing starts. So all 4 of us, we actually came from the same LFA Kwalanga.
So you've got ama levels ke ngoku. So uyahamba unama levels wakho. Did you first game yakho? Which level was it? LFA, which was game yakho yokuqala. Uqala ufumana kwakho ama levels wakho. Iphi game wayirefly?
Yo,
would you still remember teams?
I can still remember it like it was yesterday. We had just received news that we passed our level 1, 2, and 3, which is your minimum requirement to officiate in an SAB level, which is your 3rd division, I think. And we were celebrating the news that we are now going to be official match officials, So we were very interested and excited about like all the pre-match talks and how do you dress to go to the game, what takes place before the game. So we went once again we went and found out what's the preparation before the game, and we got that information. It was there were 2 of us coming from Langa. On that game, my colleague was my 4th official, and I was the mid ref. We were doing Silver Spurs versus Hanover Park. We know these clubs from playing against them in the Coca-Cola League and so on. They're both colored teams, and we know Silver Spurs is quite an aggressive team in terms of play and stuff. And Hanover Park, where they're coming from, it's not a safe place to be. So we had to do our own homework, like in terms of what can we expect from players and how the type of play and the environment that we're gonna be refereeing under, and the fact that we're black and we're going to a colored area. So what did we expect from ourselves? So we got our match commissioner. Our match commissioner, he could see that it was our first time because we were very, very nervous. The game was at 3 o'clock. And we got there 11 o'clock. So we got there 11 o'clock and we sat there, and like instead of the excitement to build up, it was nerves. So nerves started to build up as people were coming into the stadium. And I remember him saying, "Look here, you guys need to calm down. These are people at the end of the day." And funny enough that we were coming from a situation where referees didn't really get the respect, I think, if I should say, they deserved. But when we got in there, like we could see him and the way they could see the way we dressed, the respect that we got from people, and like they would shake our hands and we're like, "Oh, okay, so once I get to wear these clothes, so people start respecting me and treat me with dignity. Oh, okay, so I'm the man now." Yeah, but we started enjoying the game, and After the game, our match commissioner gave us our match report. So he assesses all four of us
Okay.
in the same game. So whereby he tells you what you did right and where you need to improve. And it was quite a good report, if I can say. Well, I still have it here in my house.
Okay, so now you're refereeing these games. There's games which you would say, like, have you ever been with derby where you would say maybe one, number two, they playing together, or top three is playing together? Kulapho kufuneka, let's say, league decider. Have you ever been in such games where there's a decision that you must make?
Yeah. Yo, like now you're thinking. Now you're saying. I'm trying to think now because there's been a lot of deciding games, crucial games, if I can say. But the one that I can think of that can come straight to my mind right now is back in my own LFA. We have quite a strong and competitive football there that takes place, and there's quite a few clubs that are difficult to handle in terms of football playing wise and so on. If I have to name one, I would say
You can name both of them, it's fine. You can name
I would say I was doing that. That was after I got my level 5, where they teach you about men management.
So you've got all levels. Ama levels are you're going back to your LFA.
Yeah. So because that's where it's all started, I needed to go and give back there and actually teach myself and learn new things there, because I know back in the LFA, that's where you get like your different types of behaviors and so on, as opposed to your third division where everyone is all conserved and reserved and everyone is calm. So if I can pick one match that I think was like a crucial one, it would be an Easter final between Wanderers and Cape Town United. It was quite an intense rivalry back Kwalanga. It was packed, very, very, very packed.
You'd say about DRC.
Kwakugcwele nyani in that game. Kwakugcwele nyani because I remember I told my family where they can sit, so I could, if I'm struggling in the game, if I look and see them, then I'm gonna get motivation. But I couldn't see none of them. That's how packed it was in that game. It was crucial to the point that only one goal decided the game, and it was one of those referee decisions.
So the referee, you decided the game, the referee.
I don't want to put it that way, but some people might say we all have different views on it. But at that time, the incident was happening. The decision actually decided the game for me, and the person who scored the goal decided the game.
So what's the penalty?
Yes, in my opinion, it was a penalty.
So you didn't even hesitate; you just went straight and you said it's penalty.
That's how confident I was, but I was so close to the action. I could see every single inch of that incident. Then that's why I did not hesitate, not even a bit, and I even issued out a caution to the perpetrator.
So you refereeing derby, Lasekas, you going out after that. Uzombi kasi nawe imveli wayonke la derby yaphuma. Ikasi kuthini ikasi, like, I mean, yi derby leya lapha.
Yeah, Brasne, it's being a referee. It's a difficult job. It looks like you are one man against the whole nation. And for some reason, people have a mentality of thinking that you need to choose a side between the two teams. Or if you make a certain decision, it's gonna seem like you are favoring the other team and you don't favor the other team, which is not the case. So the one thing that I had to learn quickly was that I'm no one's friend on the field, and whatever happens on the field stays on the field. So if you call yourself my friend, you need to call yourself my friend, even if I'm refereeing a game that you are involved in. So you don't take things personally outside the field of play. So after that game, obviously it's a final, everyone wants to win, but there can only be one winner.
Yes.
And so unfortunately or fortunately, the game happened the way it happened. The decision was taken. So obviously, I'm gonna one piece of the fans is gonna be happy, and one piece is not gonna be happy. So we walked out. In fact, the moment we blew the game off, that's where the whole commotion started. Whereupon, obviously, people were coming to us, sharing their dislike of the decision and how poor we were and all the things that we were expecting, and walking from the field to where we stay, people look at you in the sense of, yeah, you made my team lose, and all of that. But like it's all things that I was already trained to deal with. So it's not. Fortunately enough, it didn't go to a point where people are gonna come to my house and and beat me in my house and all of that. But it's something that we had already anticipated.
So some of the referees that you started with, I won't say like your group that is the four of you guys, but some of the referees that you've been with are now in PSL, I believe.
Yeah.
So what's the holding back? What's holding you back? What's it doing?
Yeah, it's an emotional one for me. But look, like I said at the beginning, refereeing is like a book that you need to follow, like rules and regulation that you need to follow for your development, like in order for you to move on. And then obviously there's things happening in the background that we as referees would not do not see, basically, which is called politics, football politics. So, like I explained to you at first, like you start at the LFA, you do your levels, and you go and do SAB. From SAB, you do your other levels again. You go do ABC Mutsepe, do your other levels, and then you qualify to do NFD and PSL. So, in my mind, that's what they told me. So, in order for you to qualify to officiate in this specific league, you need to obtain these type of levels. So they said, in order for you to be on a Mutsepe level, you need level 5, and then NFD level 5.1, and then 6 NFD and 7 to PSL. So I did everything that I needed to do. I went to do my levels. We were, if I can remember, we were 6 that were writing level 6. I was the only one from Kwalanga in that group. We were 6, and we had been pinpointed by various match commissioners throughout the season of SAB and Mutsepe. They pinpointed us and saying, this group of 6, we want this group to be able to go to MDC and NFD and PSL. So the only thing that was standing in front of us was obtaining our level 6. So we went in. They flew in Mark Linden, who is the head at SAFA in terms of E levels. They flew in him, and we wrote. And within 2 days, I got a call from Mark Linden saying that I had made it, because the pass mark is very high. It's 75% that you need to obtain. It's a 3-hour paper. So he phoned me, said, look, I'm very happy you obtained 82%. So well done. You qualify to officiate in the NFD and the PSL.
Wow.
So that was like, wow, this is what I've been working so hard for in my life. So this is really happening now. There's no turning back. And then from that excitement, same day, I was ready to celebrate with my family, share the news and so on, that I'm going to be on TV for doing games. Got a call from our regional HOD. He wanted to give me the news. So he told me, look, the results are back. All 6 of you wrote, and only 1 passed. So I acted surprised. I'm like, who passed? And he's like, unfortunately, it's you. And I was like, what do you mean, unfortunately, it's you?
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So what do you mean, unfortunately, it's you? So he said to me, no, the aim was for all 6 of you guys to pass, not for one person to pass. And then I said, no, but it sounds like you're saying. It sounds like you're saying I would have wanted that the other guys to pass except for you. You know? And then he said, no, we're gonna have to fly Mark Linden again for you guys to rewrite again. I said, no, I can't.
So you must actually do a rewrite while you passing.
Yes, I must do a rewrite, but I already passed. Mark Linden already sent me the test, and all I was waiting for was just a certificate to prove that I'm level 6 qualified. So Mark Linden was flown again to come, but my LFA said, no, you're not gonna go there because you already passed, you know. So I didn't go. They wrote, they passed. The 5 other guys, they passed. After they passed, before we knew it, it was the MDC season again. It was starting, and it was time for the appointments. So the appointments came out, and my name was not there.
So that's where football politics comes in, yeah.
Yes, sir. So, like, when things like that happen to you, you don't want to believe that it's happening, and you still have the belief that it might have maybe something went wrong. Maybe they forgot about me today or this weekend. Maybe they're gonna give me games next week. So, continue training, going to my LFA, doing games, expecting on Wednesday I'm gonna get my weekend appointment. Again, no games. So, but the other 5 guys are getting games.
Of which the basemva kwakho.
Yes. Of which the other 5 guys are getting games. And then I started noticing something, but no, man. It's just me who's not getting games here.
It's only you.
Out of all the seats, it was just me who was not getting games. And you must take note that we come from different LFAs, and each LFA has either a good standing or a bad standing with our regional office, which is SAFA Cape Town. So whatever state your LFA is in with SAFA Cape Town,
affects
it's going to affect everyone else that's coming from that LFA. So I was in the running for referee of the season with a guy from Kailicha. I can't name. So we, like, it was back and forth with him, back and forth in terms of performance. So we do games and wait for the match commissioner to give us scores. So we had told ourselves like we needed an average, a average for the whole season. And he was coming from a very strong LFA, Lingele to LFA. So I started noticing that, and then I did my own research as to like what is our standing, like Langa LFA standing with SAFA Cape Town. Like what's the relationship there? How is it like? And like what I found there was it was not a good sight for me. It proved to me that this is why you are getting left behind. Yes, you are getting left behind. And and that the guy that I had a healthy competition with, it turned into a big political battle, but luckily, unfortunately, my LFA is not into going to fight, going to the offices and be like, why is our referee not getting games and all of that, It's we always do things by the book, and we always accept defeat if we are defeated. So basically, that's what happened.
Politics actually holds you back.
Politics held me back, and even today, I still don't have an answer for you as to why I was left behind. So you take someone's passion. You take someone's passion, because even now I still have burning passion for refereeing. I would officiate a match anytime, but if I have to go a level higher, it's gonna bring back those memories of you were supposed to be there, you were supposed to be with him, and so on and so on. So that's what happened basically. It's an emotional one, but it's a reality.
Very emotional story of Ngwesizwe Tiyo. Please do take us your number 081-057-3098, 081-057-3098, or 081-395-21052. Sincede usicalele. Honorable Ngwebhuti, siyabulela manje ngexesha lakho. Very emotional story of you. Thank you. Bye bye, South Africa.
So